Disclaimer, this video contains Undertale spoilers. Okay, bye. I want to open this video by saying that everything I'm saying is completely unscripted, and everything that is coming out of my mouth is just coming out of my mouth when I think of it. I made this video to say thank you to my favorite game of all time, which is Undertale. I started playing Undertale about 1 or 2 years ago, probably, at the time of me recording this. And I thought it was just a silly indie game that just had a bunch of silly characters. I knew about Papyrus, I knew about Sans. That was about all I knew before I went into the game. But I just thought it was a silly little RPG. And that game changed my life. When I first played Undertale, my first playthrough was neutral, like a lot of people's. I went through the game, skipped over most of the dialogue, because I normally skip over dialogues in games, I know. Punish me for my sins, but I stopped doing that after playing Undertale. And I beat neutral, and I thought it was a fun game. Omega Flowey, I am so glad I had no clue that existed before playing it, because that was such a fun boss experience. Then I tried to play Pacifist, and Pacifist didn't go well for me. Couldn't get past that score. Then I tried to play Genocide, and kept messing up Spampton Neo and killing Spampton Neo before killing all the monsters in Hotland. So I went back to Pacifist and finally did that, and that was a moment in gaming that has never happened to me before. That moment made me cry. When Frisk is talking to Asriel, that made me cry. It was so heartwarming. And it was a beautiful scene. The music picked out was immaculate, and even though I didn't do this on my first playthrough, I went back and did another Pacifist playthrough recently and went back and talked to Asriel in the ruins, and I think that dialogue that Asriel has there is my favorite dialogue from any game ever, except for despite everything, it's still you. This game has completely and utterly changed my life forever, and I am so happy that I got to experience this game. And then when I went and played Genocide, finally, took me 4 months to beat Sans. I was stuck on Sans for 4 months. But because this game had taught me determination, I managed to pull through and beat Sans. And Genocide didn't make me cry like Pacifist, but it almost made me cry because I felt horrible. I'd finally gotten to know, when I played through Pacifist, because I had played through Pacifist again by the time I beat Genocide, I had read the dialogue and I got attached to all the characters, and then I watched them all die in front of me due to my hands, and that was a heartbreaking experience. I'm a very sensitive person, but that moment, the black screen for 10 minutes at the end of Undertale Genocide is one of the best things a game developer has ever done. Like, I want to give Toby Fox props to specifically that moment at the end of the Genocide run, where it's just 10 minutes of nothing. Because that really lets everything sink into your brain of what you've just done. And it's immaculate and does exactly what it needs to. If what the original plan was that Toby Fox was going to do, where Undertale just got deleted, and you had to re-download it. Undertale, for me, I don't have that good of a PC, but Undertale takes like a minute for me to re-download, so that wouldn't have been that big. But just the 10 minutes of black screen really hits you in the feels. But this game has seriously changed my life in ways I just can't explain. Now, this is my video thanking Undertale for 10 years of just existing. I've only been around for about 2, but 10 years for a game is a pretty long time. The only game that's managed to live 10 years that I can think of off the top of my head is like Team Fortress 2. They've been around for 2 decades, and it hasn't been updated for half of that. But Undertale and Deltarune. That's what I was saying. Deltarune is my second favorite game of all time. And the only reason it's probably not first is because it's not done yet. I already love Deltarune so much. And I'm going to try and not talk about it the entirety of this video, because this is supposed to be an Undertale video, and I know there's Deltarune gameplay in the back. That's just because I can't really reset over Undertale right now, because my brother's playing through it. But Undertale is the funniest, best written game that I have ever played. And the only thing I think that can beat that is a game with the same characters made by the same guy. And, like, probably my third favorite game of all time is Minecraft. And that is, like, nowhere close to the love I have for Undertale. It just resonated with me. It has incredible quotes, great lessons, just overall, so much soul was put into this game, and I love it so dearly for that. Again, my favorite quote of any video game ever is, "Despite everything, it's still you." When I first read that quote, I was going through a really tough time. And I read that quote through my first playthrough of Undertale, and that really hit me in the feels. It just resonated with me, and it made me feel a lot better. And I just want to say thank you to Toby Fox so much for creating this incredible game series, this franchise that has changed so many people, including my life. And that's honestly all I have to say. Just thank you, Toby Fox, and thank you, Undertale.